All right, so I mean, I know I wanted to do my like pre-recorded Pokemon video live, or like as in like oh, as I go. I know it's more professional to do it like that. You do your battles as you record. But look, today, well, actually, I think this battle right here. Let me actually replay this. So we're actually going to do this. I think slow is fine. So this battle, I think I did yesterday or 2 days ago, and literally, like, I was thinking. So over here, you got my Scavillain, who I have with Chlorophyll, which is gonna boost its speed. And literally, whenever you think about Sun teams, you always think, but like man, I wish I had like, a Pokemon that could like be fast. Most Pokemon with Chlorophyll, they're grass types, but they never have fire moves. And under Sun, thanks to Chlorophyll, it doubles my speed, but it also like increases my fire type moves and certain moves that require me to like charge a turn, like Solar Beam. Solar Beam I can then use in one turn thanks to once the sun is up. So you have him, and so luckily, of course, you got a regular Ninetales with Drought because it's fast, and I mean I know I can do I'm familiar with Ninetales and Alolan Ninetales, and it's just like on certain teams I prefer to have like a special defensive Pokemon instead of using Torkoal. Of course, it's all preference. Typhlosion, of course. You gotta care. Like the reason why I use standard Typhlosion, you got Flash Fire against a Skeledirge, which you're gonna see right here. We're gonna start this up. So I start off with my Galvantula because it's like, oh well, it's probably gonna use Torch Song to kill me in one hit because I don't think I'm holding Focus Sash like I normally would. So I switch over and I think, oh, it's gonna do Torch Song and it's gonna boost my boost me with Flash Fire. No, for some reason go for Earth Power. A move that would have been neutral on Galvantula, thanks to like Bug halving the damage of ground, but then because it's electric, it's doubled, so it goes to neutral damage. So I'm like, oh crap. Well, I can't. And my whole thing is that with Typhlosion, I'm carrying Eruption, Shadow Ball, Scorching Sands, and then I prefer to do Blast Burn because it's like, yeah, I could do Overheat, but then I'm lowering my own special attack, and depending on my team, I think with this team, I'm having it hold a choice Specs, and I know normally you should hold a choice Scarf so you can outspeed, but this thing's speed is 110 compared to its other form, which is 91 speed. But of course, the Hisuian Typhlosion is like much stronger. So it's like, oh crap, well, I can't go for my Eruption at like max HP. So then, well, even that too, because like, I mean, at least with Shadow Ball, I'm doing decent damage. So I go for that. Of course it has Ogwiv. Why? Who doesn't hold Ogwiv? And not every other thing. So it goes Earth Power. Like I have to sacrifice it. Ogerpon Cornerstone. I'm thinking, okay, well I can just use Ivy Cudgel. I prefer. Ever since the first time I saw this, I was like, I prefer this run. I prefer Cornerstone because one, it's got sturdy. Two, well, the big thing is it's a rock type, and with its typing and with its mask, Ivy Cudgel becomes a rock type move. It's 100 base power, essentially making it like the best rock move of all time because it's 100 base power. It's 100 base accuracy, which means it never misses. Plus, you have high crit rate, so it just sweeps things if you have enough conditions. So they bring out Scizor. Obviously, because I'm a rock type, they're probably gonna do like Bullet Punch, so I gotta get out of there so I don't lose my sturdy. But then it's like, oh well, Swords Dance. Well, crap. So I go for Thunder, thanks to Compound Eyes. Luckily, I do more than half. I'm surprised U-Turn even killed it, but no. Rocky Helmet helps lower its health a bit because it physically touched me. Bring in Ninetales. So I have to go for the Will-O-Wisp, so I don't die from something. And at least burning it like lowers its HP every turn. Not only does it lower its attack, so that's why I survived EQ. So then I gotta switch. Okay, well here we go. Scottvillain's gonna go for Earthquake. It'll be neutral. Well, I'm like, whoa, this is best case scenario. So now we gotta go for the Solar Beam. They don't even expect like people don't see Scottvillain, so people don't expect anything from it. Uh, so Chlorophyll boosted my speed, so I'm faster. Pretty sure because of how much speed EVs I put into it, and I don't remember which nature I put. Either the speed increasing one, or if you get greedy, you can just do the special attack increasing one with less physical attack, because that's what you're going to be going for. And essentially with Chlorophyll, um, faster than Hoopa with that 284 speed, because normally I'm 273 speed, like at max. Wow, that these two are 284. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. So I outspeed everything. Go ahead. I still got my turns. This guy, I'm thinking, okay. At first, I'm thinking, okay, well, Solar Beam, because it kills it at because it's a ground type, and it's grass speeds ground, and it's neutral on ice, so that's double the damage. I'm pretty sure they have thick fat, and they're thinking, well, thanks to thick fat, like it, instead of doing like the normal like times one of fire type moves, it goes down to 75%. So you take 75% from fire moves. But one, I'm a fire type. I have stab on fire moves. I got life orb to boost all the power of my moves. Plus there's sun, so this thing is a nuclear powerhouse under sun now. So I'm thinking, okay, I don't expect the Terrifier, so I'm thinking it's better to go for Overheat instead because of sun. So luckily I read somehow they have a Ice Terra. So I'm thinking, well, I lowered my special attack. I better switch. I thought it would have killed it, but now it goes for Nasty Plot. I don't know who's faster. Unfortunately, I'm not faster. So it goes for Shadow Ball. Luckily, because of Heat Rock, I have extended turns, so I still have 2 more turns. So I overheat. That obliterates the Hoopa. And so next up they send out the Weavile. I'm thinking, oh, this is a Weavile. They already terra'd. Let me overheat. They're not even sashed. What are you doing not bringing a sashed Weavile? So it dies. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, I can still kill it because it's ×4 with fire against the Caesar with overheat. And it's like, no, they just there you go. Okay. So I have that one. That one's from like a few days ago. I think this is okay. So this is starting to the team that I made today, because the whole time I keep like, remember in Pokerogue, Rotom Mo keeps showing up, and I'm thinking, I know people keep bringing Rotom Wash, and it's like, well, why? How come people don't bring Rotom Mo as a grass type user? And a lot of people do the Choice Specs, or not Choice Specs, Choice Scarf to double its speed, because it's slow. You don't expect it to outspeed things. I don't remember if I beat this team or not, so we're gonna go. Oh, wait, why is it normal? We're gonna go on slow. Because I know I'm faster, so I remember I go for Thunderbolt. It goes for Stealth Rock, because of course, why wouldn't it? Set up. It's got lefties, so I'm thinking, well, I'm doing about 33 to 39%. Let's go to keep doing that. So now they finally knock me off. But here's the thing. I'm going to keep Thunderbolting, despite the fact that they Encore, because it's like, well, I can kill it. So luckily, I do more than 33%, so, So now they're thinking, oh, Sandy Shocks. I'm thinking, whoa, I have to switch. And then here comes Amoonguss. And on that whole time, I could have went for, now that I think about it, I could have went for Leaf Storm. And I think Leaf Storm might have been neutral. This, with the ground, I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's ×2. But because of electric, it goes to neutral damage. So grass would have been neutral. But that's still like 120 base stab on Rotom. And plus it went for Charge Beam. So that would have absolutely did no damage to me. Um, and so now I bring in a Moongus because I'm like, well, it's gonna go for a grass move or an electric move. I mean anything because it's like, well, a Moongus. I've got Black Sledge Regenerator, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm fine. And lo and behold, they got they increase their special attack. They're Terra Ice, so I'm thinking, okay, well maybe. Well, then I Toxic because I don't know what to expect. I say like this is better than me going for some kind of like grass move. So then luckily I do this just so they can start getting toxic damage. So now I switch thinking, oh, they're gonna go for the ground move. Lo and behold, they go for Terra Blast. So I'm like, oh crap, there goes Rotom. I don't think Rotom would have survived against these mons. Here comes because I gotta bring in someone because thanks to Sandstorm increases my special defense. Luckily, I survive because of the special defense boost. Because I'm rock type, I do it for rock move. It kill. Luckily, it does kill. Greninja, I'm thinking, I have to sack it. I don't know who to switch to. So then, So now I still have a few more turns left of Sandstorm. Guess who's also a rock type? Go and switch. Unfortunately, because of rocks, I lose my sturdy. That's okay. I have my special defense boost. So now I go for my Horn Leech. Luckily, it does kill the Battle Bond Greninja. I get health back. So now it's like, well, they got Ogerpon. They Encore, so then I just have to like Horn Leech again. I did not know what to expect against their Ogerpon because they're the grass one. They can hold any item they want. Amoonguss, I'm thinking, okay, well, they're going to go for a grass move. They don't, so then I'm thinking, okay, well, at this point, they can't really do much against me. So I protect. They go for taunt. So I'm thinking, so now I'm like, oh, okay, so I can go for an attack. I think I know I can go for an attacking move. Oh, okay, so I didn't remember. So they put me into, I have to keep doing protect. Luckily, I get my Black Sledge health. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, unfortunately, because of all the stuff they set up, I got Ninetales. I'm definitely not faster against an Ogerpon. Ogerpon's back at full HP. Oh, they taunt. I remember, so I go for Blizzard here. Because they're like, oh, they're going to set up on me. No, Blizzard. So now they're back to like less than half of their HP. Luckily, they keep setting up, so now I can Blizzard. I think this team does sweep me. The Iron Leaves, it as its speed boosted. Luckily it doesn't kill me. And I go for Blizzard, right? Okay. Yeah, so Iron Leaves, despite being a grass type, still survives. Psyblade, I think that's like a psychic. It's a physical psychic move that hits physical. Yeah, so it's their special attack that went past that. So now I'm here like I don't know what to do. Luckily, Psyblade does this, and then Clear Smog just barely doesn't kill them. I feel like I should have went for the Toxic because then I could have easily like went for Protect and then all that. Psyblade, unfortunately I'm not faster because of their Quirk speed. Quirk. This unfortunately, so this is before I put normally I do run 100% time. I do run first impression. This is the one time where I went for a Swords Dance. What was it? Swords Dance plus Scale Shot plus Earthquake plus Outrage. I think I survived. Yeah, I don't know how I survive. I'm a Haxorus. So I go for Scale Shot because it's like in case I do survive, I can increase my speed. I'm thinking, okay, I do have some speed invested into him, so this gets even more faster. Unfortunately, they're all running speed. And then Dark Pulse. I don't mind showing this because now that I look at it, I do lose this one. Yeah, all that spikes, all that stuff, I just don't win. So I lose that one. So that's against that one. Okay, here's this one. Okay, I remember looking at this one. So this, they lead off low kicks. I got a Mungus. I'm thinking, okay, protect. This doesn't look good. I know this thing has tinted lens, so it's gonna hit hard. So luckily, I go for protect because they go for the U-turn. I'm thinking they go for a first impression. So luckily they go for U-turn. So I toxic their ogre pawn. So now I start healing up, and now I gotta switch to hack tricks. It's like, oh, if they go for a grass move or something. I'm like, well. So they go for knockoff, focus sash. After this fight, I think I do start switching focus sash. First impression. Oh, whoops. I put it down to slow. So yeah, first impression, because I know I'm not faster, and because it's a grass type, luckily now I have first impression, so I can never, like, I won't die from, like, that that iron leaves, which was grass and psychic, and that would have done times 4 damage. I would have killed and then I probably would have won. I don't know. So they lead off the ice type. I have to switch out because like any ice move does half. So it's like, oh great, stealth rock, cool. So Ninetales, I'm like, okay, well I can encore. So they're stuck doing it. They can only do 1 layer of it. So I'm like, well, I can blizzard now. I'm pretty sure I go for blizzard. Okay, I go for Aurora Veil, which is good because I'm helping my team now. I'm thinking, oh well, it's better to just switch out to someone who won't die from a steel move, because I would have died if it went for Iron Head or anything. So Rapid Spin is like, whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, I thought I would have attacked, but no, I guess with Sword Stance, now I have to go for Giga Drain, get some health back, plus I get my... So here it's like, normally I'm thinking, oh, it boosted. I have Clear Smog. Well, this is a steel type, and poison does nothing to steel. Like, your multiplier is times 0. So I switch out Rotom Mo. It's like, okay, it might go for a ground move. I got Levitate. Unfortunately, it goes for Rock Slide. It hits me. Despite being 1.5 speed, it still outspeeds my Choice Scarf Rotom. Luckily, I don't flinch. I hit him with the Leaf Storm. And so here it's like, luckily with my Veil, I survive an attack. Here, okay, now it goes for the first impression. So now I'm thinking boost my defense. I got Aurora Veil. That does nothing because I'm a fairy. Bug does nothing to fairy. Or it does little damage. So now I go for Blizzard. So now I put in some damage on it. I still barely survive. So here's Mamoswine. I'm thinking, well, I can still do neutral damage with Blizzard, so let's do that. Get some damage off of it. So it goes for Earthquake. So I'm thinking, oh, maybe I can get another hit. That's probably fine. Unfortunately, Veil goes away. Ice Shard, it kills me, despite being an Ice type, and I still have Snow, boosted defense. Yeah. Ogerpon, I'm thinking, okay, well, I can, I don't know what'll happen, so let's just pivot. The better option there would have been to just keep spamming. It would have been. I feel like it would have been better to keep spamming Ivy Cudgel, because no matter what, if they stay, so it's like if they would have stayed in, I would have killed it. If Mamoswine would have came in, it probably just barely would have killed it. Because I think Rock is either neutral when it's a ground type, because Rock beats Ice, and then if it's half damage on ground, it probably would have been neutral. But if it's times 2, I have Stab off of that Ivy Cudgel, and that probably would have killed Mamoswine if, for whatever reason they would have immediately switched. And even then, it's like, I probably should have, I haven't used my Terra yet, so I should have went for the Terra Rock, and then just spam. It would have killed everything. But you see, I went for U-turn, T-Tar. I have to switch out, and it's like, well, they could switch into their special users, so I could survive a Hydro Pump. I don't know what to expect. So they go for Choice Scarf. They take my Choppleberry. I think even after this, I switch Choppleberry for something else. Um, so yeah, I go for knockoff. That it gets rid, so it does double damage thanks to the fact that I'm holding an item. Knockoff now does neutral, so I'm like, well, now I gotta switch, and plus I was just choice scarfed. Will-O-Wisp, I'm like, oh crap, not good. Um, so because I have my rock type here, Sandstorm, I'm still thinking, well, they could do like an electric move. They could do a their water move. It doesn't matter. I'm surviving. I'm faster, so I go for Horn Leech. I don't know what it would have been better, but Horn Leech just to help keep me healthy. Um, Typhlosion here, it's like, okay, well, now I have to go for my rock move. So I go for Ivy Cudgel. Luckily, well, I mean, just barely survives. It goes for Flamethrower, despite being a crit. So surprisingly, they're Frisk and not Blaze. I would have thought they were Blaze, because at this percentage, with that crit, I'm pretty sure that would have killed me. But luckily, I survive. I'm faster, and I can just start spamming Ivy Cudgel. So yeah, and the crit didn't really matter because it's like at that percentage, no one is surviving Ivy Cudgel. The burn, I'm on a timer, but like I have to stay in, and I know it has ice shards, so it's like, well, I just have to die. Um, Next up, of course, Rotom Mo. It's like, well, I just got to start, sacrificing some mons until I can get someone to like. Until I start thinking, I'm like, okay, well, I have Haxorus. Haxorus, I'm surprised they didn't like, go for their one move because that's why I have Terra Water. So I would have survived. I outrage, it kills the Typhlosion. I'm faster than the Mamoswine. Nothing it has can kill me. Outrage, like I'm max speed, max attack. Things have to be dying, and that's it. Luckily, luckily I do win. Okay, so let's do. I still got a few more that I gotta show you because I'm actually proud of tonight because of these like let me look 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 about 6 or 7 of the ones I did tonight. I 6 or 7 out of the like 10 battles I did tonight. Like I'm actually really happy to show these. This one, how did this one go? I don't remember. So I'm thinking, well, this thing's probably scarfed, so let me. As you can see, I went for U-turn, or not scarfed, but focus sash. Because normally, like you would hold a sash or something on something that can like set up webs. So it's like, well, I feel like it's better. Honestly, it would have been better if I went for the Ivy Cudgel and then the U-turn. Because here it's like, well, it's at 58%. I can't really do much. And then Amoonguss, because it's like, something. I'm not sure what I was thinking. So then it sets up the webs. Now my Pokemon are slower. So I go for Toxic. The Toxic, I can help, it kills Torkoal. As I switch Protect, it's like, well, if they go for their Lava Plume, that helps with the Toxic. But unfortunately, they set up Rocks. So now I'm like, well, let's get rid of that Sun. I know I'm slow, so, if they go for a Rock move, whatever. They switch to Charizard. I'm thinking, well, whatever it has, I guess for some reason they Solar Beam. Buddy, Sandstorm was up. Solar Beam now takes 2 turns to activate. On this turn, I went for Dragon Dance. It's like, oh, well, I can start setting up my attack. And I'm like, okay, well, I got Terra Flying on this against any ground types. I take no damage despite being a critical hit. We go for another Dragon Dance. I wish I could see its stats. Like, I don't see any way to actually, like, do it here. But, like, at this point, despite being 1.5 speed, and I put speed in max attack, a bit of speed invested, maybe, like, 80 EV points. Instead of being at, like, that max 243 speed, I think this thing at 1.5 speed is, like, at, it's already hitting, like, 400 speed, and its attack is already reaching, like, close to 700, maybe. because it's a super strong Pokemon. I'm surprised it's like, so now they switch. This thing's a powerhouse. So I set up Brock because it's like, well, at this point I have to because it's against a Charizard. So they switch their Torkoal. They're like, oh, okay, crap. So now I start hitting Rock Slide because I'm like, well, I'm fast. I can hit my moves. Rock Slide, here we go. We start sweeping. This thing, I'm thinking, well, whatever. I have to go for my rock move even if I die or survive. If I survive, I have to hit my dark move. That kills it. Surprisingly, this thing is super fast, but with my 1.5 speed, I'm faster. Goodra, I'm thinking, well, I might flinch it with Rock Slide. Nope, I actually kill it thanks to the Stealth Rock damage. This guy, I know he's a ghost, so I'm like, well, I could go for a good, knockoff because of its thing. Focus Sash, it just dies. So even neutrally, that still killed it. Here I'm thinking, okay, literally I remember at this point, I'm thinking, oh crap, this thing is probably gonna like do something, it could do like an electric move, so I have to switch. No, I actually, oh wait, this was a different one. I'm sorry. This is a different fight I was thinking. So this thing, I'm actually faster despite being a Galvantula. So I knock it off. Believe it or not, we got the T-Tar sweep. They don't even want to come in with their Torkoal. I'm happy. Because they think, oh, they started setting up. They don't know about that Dragon Dance. Like, look at this Dragon Dance, Stealth Rock, Rock Slide, knockoff. That's probably not a set you'd ever see it on T-Tar. But apparently, I guess, on 2 Dragon Dances, it just starts killing. Apparently, with that 1.5 speed, my Eevees, like, dude, I never would have expected to win. I mean, granted, like, you see, like, they're at, like, the lowest, like, I know I'm at the lowest level, but, like, these are probably people, like, finally hopping on, like, Pokemon Showdown after playing, like, the games. And it's like, like, you could be starting off here, and it's like, you could be a good player starting off, and even then, that was kind of it was an okay team. I don't normally use Decidueye and Goodra, but I sometimes do use Magic Bounce Espeon. So, thank goodness T-Tar sweeps. So that was him. Okay. This one, I remember, this one felt pretty scary. You know what I should do? Give me a moment. Okay. So when I went to go play the music, I forgot that I forgot to unpause. So yeah, this turn I went for U-turn because like, oh, it could do like Bug Buzz or something. No, it actually goes for Sticky Web, so U-turn, it would have been better if I Ivy Cudgeled because it would have killed it most likely, unless it was holding Sash, but even then I should have. So they switch out to Torkoal, I go for Toxic. I'm thinking, okay, well, if it goes for Lava Plume, I can survive with Protect. So, unfortunately, they go for Stealth Rock. I forgot this thing even has Stealth Rock. Alright. So, here I come in. I'm slowed now. I'm thinking, okay, well, that thing can't do anything to me. That Torkoal can't do anything to me. So now you got Charizard. For some reason, Charizard went for Solar Beam. Buddy, Sandstorm is up. You have to wait 2 turns just to use that move. And I'm going, okay, well, let's Dragon Dance up. I'm thinking, let's go for it again. Because I can Terra Flying, take no damage just by being crit, but that's fine. Unfortunately, we're both taking Sandstorm damage. That doesn't matter. I'm boosted up. I'm boosted up. So they go for their Drought. They're thinking, oh, they think I'm going to switch. Nah, buddy, I got Stealth Rock. You're taking poison. So I'm thinking, okay, well, just to kill it, I go for the Rock. Well, Rock Slide actually hits Charizard. Charizard took, half of that damage thanks to Stealth Rock. They bring in... So Espeon, I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm definitely not faster because of 1.5 speed. But I definitely remember I put in about 80 speed EVs into this, because if you're going to go for Dragon Dance, you need to at least put in some speed EVs into it to make sure it's going to outspeed something at like +1 or +2. So surprisingly, knockoff, you know, it's like if I survive or die, it doesn't matter. Just knock off for sure. I don't know how I outspeed it, but I do. Goodra, I'm thinking, oh, well, I can flinch it with Rock Slide. No, you actually kill it with Rock Slide. I actually forget just how strong T-Tar is. So got Silk, the Decidueye. I'm thinking, well, you know, knock off because it's holding an item. And they think they're going to survive besides being neutral. Nah, buddy. You're dying either way. And it's crazy, dude. It's crazy up in here. Galvantula taking damage from the rocks. I'm thinking, oh, well, knock off because I could miss with the Rock Slide. And they're like, nah, I don't want to deal with that. So they just forfeit. Alright, so in comes this team. I'm thinking, well, they could Sticky Web like last, you know, the other person. So let me trick it. And it's like, well, unfortunately they go for Bug Buzz. So I have to switch now. Amoongu's like, well, yeah, Bug Buzz, you know, I'm not going to die from that, so I can heal up thanks to Black Sledge and plus Regenerator. I'm thinking, well, I can Toxic it. Well, buddy, I didn't, you know, despite knowing the consequences of the fact that I had Registeel, Goodra, and a Ditto, it's like, more than likely, if I went, Toxic was not the move to go for. But doesn't matter because, you know, well, you know, I can switch to Rotom, you know, maybe do something. I think I'm going to sacrifice it. No, it goes for the, you know, speed, Iron Defense. Luckily, I paralyzed it on the first time I go for it, Iron Head. The crit didn't really matter because I was dying at that percentage. Haxorus, I'm thinking, well, I'm Life Orb. I might as well go ahead and start hitting Earthquake. So it protects. Earthquake, I'm doing 32%. It's like, oh, well, that's fine. Body Press, of course, why would you not go for Body Press? Luckily, I'm thinking, well, I keep going until I die. It gets paralyzed. I Earthquake. And I'm lucky enough that it got paralyzed, because I just kill it. So now they bring in their Phalanx. And look, even my own Phalanx that I sometimes use on my copy of Scarlet, even I know to put First Impression on it. So my first thought is, I gotta get out of here. So we switched to Amoonguss, because I know the bug's going to be neutral. It ain't doing nothing. That's less than 25% damage. So I heal back. I'm thinking, okay, well, let's just heal some damage, because, you know, I'm taking damage. So I Giga Drain. I'm thinking, okay, well, it's probably going to stay in, so let me Toxic again. Nah, they bring in their second Steel type. Unfortunately, I can't do nothing. So now I'm thinking, okay, switch to T-Tar. T-Tar can probably knock it off, you know, whatever it's going to do. So it goes for Acid Armor. Another Pokemon that, for some reason, you know, wants to boost its defense. I don't care about Gooey because I'm already slow. What I do like is I took off the leftovers. They probably thought I was going to EQ, so that's why they went for counter. I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm fast for some reason. No, I'm not, because it went for Body Press. So now I die. Haxorus comes in. I'm thinking, well, I have to Earthquake. Get in as much damage as I can. You know, I die from my Life Orb damage. Body Press, it's like, well, it does nothing because I already died. So, Ninetales Alolan, I have to start hitting my, I go for Encore, because, like, well, if it goes for Body Press, it won't be doing as much damage compared to it doing a Steel move, which probably it would have immediately killed me. So now we have set up Aurora Veil, increase my defense, like, overall defenses. So now I have to start hitting Blizzard. So it keeps going for Body Press, you know, thanks to Encore. So I'm thinking, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna die this turn, so I go for Roar, because it's like, well, let's predict something. So now I'm thinking, well, first impression, I take no damage because I'm a fairy type. And because of my defense boost from the snow and all that, I go for Blizzard. 70% chance. That Blizzard right here, because snow was not up, Blizzard was only going to hit like 70% at a time. Compared to being in the snow where it hits 100% or infinite percent, because it never misses in the snow. I'm lucky that hit. I'm lucky that Blizzard even hit, because it goes down. They bring their Ditto. Luckily, snow comes back up. So because they're faster, of course, they hit the Blizzard. And I'm thinking, oh, well, let's switch them out. Goodra comes out. Luckily, because snow is up, I'm okay to Blizzard. I'm surprised the amount of times I hit Blizzard. It never froze the Goodra, but that's fine. And so now, all we got is Ogerpon and Amoonguss. So I'm thinking, well, let's low sweep. Because low sweep. Because what if they bring out their Ditto? We're both Ogerpon. And so then if I always put low sweep instead of counter. Or, low sweep or low kick. Because low sweep lowers the opponent's speed. Because if they switch out to Ogerpon, Cornerstone, they're slower than me, and I would have knocked him out in probably like two low sweeps. But no, because of GUI, all that, which in another way I probably should have went for the Ivy Cudgel. Here I'm thinking, I'm not faster, so I have to switch to Amoonguss. So I'm over here surviving this. And now I'm thinking, oh, well, I can Toxic their Galvantula because they want to stay on because of Infestation. No, now we're Ditto. We're putting this speed at fast now. You want to know why? Because it's just he's doing no damage to me. I'm doing enough damage to it because, it's a Ditto. So I'm over here thinking, well, anytime I go for Giga Drain here, I'm doing it because I need to make sure I'm at full HP. And then I'm going for Clear Smog because that's the one that's actually doing neutral damage. So, thankfully, because of my Black Sludge, I have essentially more health, more longevity. Their only way of increasing their HP is through their Giga Drain. And as this goes, for some reason, I think Ditto has the same power points as me, like 16 Toxic, 16 Giga Drains, 24... Clear Smogs. I forget that because it's a Ditto, it only has the amount of health a normal Ditto has. So it has less HP than I do overall. And it's like Toxic, Giga Drains, like all of its moves are only 5. And the only way it can regain those like power points is through like switching and then coming back. But so he's running out of Giga Drain, he's running out of Clear Smog, he's running out of Protect. So here we are, I'm basically at full HP. They're, they can't do nothing. So we both Protect, which did nothing. I go for Clear Smog, I'm at full HP. It couldn't even attack me through Giga Drain or Clear Smog. So they go down. Regigigas, at this point, just go normal. Because at this turn, I thought when it said Double Edge, I thought it meant Giga Impact, because they're trying to go for max damage, but no, it wasn't Giga Impact. So that's why here I go for like Toxic. So I'm like, okay, well, it gets like 2 turns of Toxic. No, it goes for another Double Edge. It's doing at least 30, between 33 to 37%. So I could essentially die in about 3 turns. So thanks to Toxic, it's on a timer. And I have to start Giga Draining to gain health. This turn I should have went for Protect, but for some reason I went for Giga Drain. And because it's going for Double Edge, it's actually slightly killing itself, because it's taking recoil damage. Here, I'm thinking, okay, well maybe Bug Buzz or something. Because I'm thinking, oh, well they're going to set up with... They went for the Sticky Web. And I'm thinking, okay, well, they go for that. I have to go for Clear Smog to hit it. And I'm thinking, okay, well, now it's probably going to go for Bug Buzz or something. Lo and behold, I forget. I tricked Choice Scarf onto it on the very first turn. So now it's stuck doing sticky web, and it can't attack, can't switch to anyone. I just win. So thank God for that. This. Let's see what this one is. I think I start off with switching. No, actually Dragon Dance, because I think it might poison me or do something. Chilling Water I don't expect. So then I'm thinking, okay, well, at least I'm definitely faster. So I knock off to get rid of whatever it has. So no Black Sludge for it. Now it goes for the Toxic. So now I'm like, wow, I might as well set up Stealth Rock because I can. At this point, you know, I'm taking, now I have leftovers on my T-Tar, which is good. So I'm thinking I gotta switch out, reset that timer, the Toxic timer and all that. Chilling Water, not too proud of, but, you know, Baneful Bunker, I'm thinking, well, you know, go for Ivy Cudgel, because it won't physically touch it, I won't be poisoned. So now I'm thinking, okay, well, now I have to U-turn because my attack been lowered. It already went for a protect move, so now I switch out. So now I got a low on Ninetales. I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe it's going to defog or something. Well, I go for Blizzard because I'm like, that's the most damage I'm going to do. They go for Taunt thinking I'm going to go for something else. I don't know how. Maybe somehow they thought they were faster than me. I know for a fact Mandibuzz is slow. But I even put some speed EVs into this. It might be max speed, max special attack. I don't remember. So I go for the 2 Blizzards. I can only attack at this point. And so Arcanine, I'm thinking, well, you know, I can't switch. I have to make sure I do some damage to it. Flare Blitz, unfortunately I die. I don't expect the fact that it has recoil, because normally they go for Rockhead. I don't know what they were trying to go for. So now I bring in Rotom Mow. I know I'm faster because of Scarf, so I Thunderbolt. And I lock myself into Thunderbolt because it's like water type, doesn't matter, and then water type as well. But like, so thanks to Thunderbolt, I actually start like sweeping things. Dark Pulse, he can't flinch me because I'm faster. And then they just forfeit. Can you believe it? So we got that. All right, and then this is like the last one I did of the night. Let's see how well this goes. So Amoonguss, I'm thinking, well, I'm looking at their team. It's like, well, I could lead off with Rotom, but it's like, well, what if they lead off with Hippowdon or Gastrodon? I mean, obviously, it's like, well, if they switch off with their like grass, you know, they're ones that are weak to grass, like my Mow over here, they could easily switch to like the Steel or the Dragon. So I'm thinking, okay, well, let's just go for Amoonguss. I can start Toxicking. Unfortunately, it's another Steel type, so luckily Black Sludge protects me from the Sandstorm, so I'm thinking, okay, well, now for sure I have to switch out. They go for Curse, and because of that, I'm like, maybe I should attack? Well, actually, so the reason why I didn't attack, because it's like, well, it's boosting itself. What I wanted to do was roar, because it's like, if I see someone start boost, you know, obviously you shouldn't be like roaring until you like set up like your rocks or whatever, but it's like, they would never expect, I feel like they would never expect like roar for me. So I should have went for the Blizzard to do damage, but unfortunately I die from Heavy Slam because of my decreased priority in roar. So they're faster no matter what. Rotom Mow, I go ahead and trick it. And I'm thinking, well, that's a lot of damage off of Body Press. So I need to switch out. So Amoongus, because of body press, it does less like no damage on me because I'm poison type, because that's a fighting type move. So we Black Sludge. I'm thinking, okay, well at this point, go for, you know, an attacking move. So Giga Drain, that gets rid of its sturdy. It's still at 99%, so I'm thinking, okay, well, Rotom Mo, who is my Terra Fire, you know, I get scared because of Thunder Wave, and I'm like, well, oh, crap, of course T-Wave. I forget I'm an electric type, so I'm happy about this. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe they're going to stay in. So I hit him with the Terra Fire. Terra Fire, Terra Blast. Honestly, I'm surprised that did a lot of damage. And I think even at this point, despite the fact that I tricked its like item, I think after doing that, I should have went for Leaf Storm, because I didn't realize how much damage that actually did on a Hippowdon. I think I actually did. Yeah, I did. But because of Sap Sipper, did like, yeah, that. So now it's like, well, now I have to switch Amoongus, because it's like, well, you know, what if they start going for body press? And honestly, at this point, it's like, why would they not go for body press? But luckily they switch, and I'm thinking, okay, well, they're gonna switch, then I know for a fact I have to switch. So now at this point, I just have to, like, you know, I let a rip on the Terra Fire. And I'm thinking, oh crap, well, I could be faster, or they could, potentially they could switch here. But I'm thinking, what if they don't switch, and what if I don't miss the Leaf Storm? I hit the Leaf Storm, thank God. So we get up some lefties, you know. I know I'm a little weakened. They forfeit. I feel like they probably would have won, you know, despite my team. But like, with I think they were scared because of like the Terra Fire, the Leaf Storm, and the like my pud, you know. But well, actually no, because with Flygon I can do Outrage. And it's like, even if it got to a point where they had these two left, it's like, because they're scarfed, which is hilarious. It's like, Haxorus, I can easily do like Earthquake, and even if they switch to Levitate, this thing's got Mold Breaker, so Earthquake still hits it. And I'm pretty sure I'm still faster than a Flygon. So like, thank gosh I win this. But yeah, I'm gonna post this like immediately after I'm done, like, you know, after I hit the end record button. But I just wanted to show this off because I was really happy with this team that like I just brought up on the spot. Rotom Mo, I'm glad you came and helped. So, see ya.